In today's video, I'm going to be updating a couple of spots in my garden. I'm starting in what I call my little rock garden here. And a few years ago, I had some solar lights hanging on this shepherd's hook. I recently just found this little, it sort of looks like a wire bird cage, but there's no bottom to it. But I want to add a little bit more pizzazz to the cage, so that's one of the projects I'll be working on. This next project, this is just a sort of a flower shape that I made out of bed springs and some other scrap metal pieces. And it's also in desperate need of a little bit of a facelift. And my last project in this area is my little orange watering can that has gotten quite faded and beat up over the years of being out in the sun and the rain. So moving to my next little area, we dubbed this the Enchanted Garden, and I've already got quite a few upcycled projects here. And you can find all of these existing projects on my YouTube channel if you're interested. So the first little project in this area, you can see that I had the Dragonfly solar lights hanging on the fence, and they just don't light up anymore. So I'm hoping that I can use the little dragonfly shapes to make a new and colorful project for this area. I also made this watering can and had some solar lights in it years ago. The problem with solar lights is they just don't last that long, and I was going to replace the solar lights, but I have a new idea that I think might work for this project, and hopefully it will last a little longer than the solar lights. So I'm going to start pulling things apart and hauling things into the garage, and then I'm going to get started on all of these projects. So the plan for this first project is pretty simple. I have one set of Dragonfly solar lights left, and I'm just planning to wire them and string them onto this metal frame to make a Dragonfly solar light display. I've always loved having solar lights in my garden, but as I mentioned before, they're usually only last one season. So I'm a little hesitant to buy a lot of solar lights, but I had this box left over that I'd never put out, and so it's the perfect thing for this little project. I did struggle a little bit with wiring the dragonflies on, and I was worried about the green wiring and how it would look. In the end, I just decided to kind of leave it alone and let the wires drape however they draped. And I just used some very thin green florist wire to wire the dragonflies on. Again, the color contrasts with the actual dragonflies, but because this is going to be out in my yard a little bit away from where we sit, I'm not really worried about how the wires will look once the dragonfly display is hung and placed out in the yard. And so rather than trimming off my wires after the dragonflies were attached, I just decided to further secure the ends by wrapping them around the cage itself. And once all the dragonflies were attached to my metal frame, it was time to display them. And I decided to go ahead and put out my yellow soda can tulips that I made in a previous project to add to the display. This next project requires a lot of cleaning up and scraping off old paint. And then I'm going to see if I can add some colors to make this show up a little bit more against the fence. So the first step was to get everything cleaned up. So I pulled out the weeds and I just gave a really light sanding to the outside of this planter. When I originally made it, I had added some texture and spray painted it. And my plan for this update was to spray paint it with copper spray paint again. But once I got to sanding down some of the finish, I kind of liked the blue that was coming through, and there was still some texture left. So I decided not to spray paint the pot copper, but I did take the rest of it out and give it a quick coat of copper spray paint. And then I just used some leftover house paint and some other acrylic paints to add some color. For the petals that are made out of the box springs, I used a fairly big paintbrush, and I just used a dry brush effect and sort of dabbed on the paint. I'm not worried about whether it's covering all of the wire or not, so if a little bit of the copper shows through, I'm not too worried about it. And then I just used a couple of other colors to paint the stem green and the center of the flower with the yellow and the black. And because my pot is still pretty fragile, and if you sanded or bumped it, you could still knock off some of the texture and other paint, I decided to apply a coat of Duraclear satin varnish. I really like this Duraclear varnish. It comes in matte, satin, gloss, and it's rated to be used indoors and outdoors. So I put a fairly heavy coat on the pot, and then to finish the rest of the paint, I used the Americana spray sealer to seal the wire portion of this yard art. My idea for the little pig watering can here is just to add a bunch of color to it in sort of a patchwork pattern using some of the paint colors that I'm using in that same area. So the first step was to sketch out my pattern, and I just used a regular graphite pencil to kind of draw some different shapes onto the pig, and then I assigned the paint colors that I wanted to use. And once I switched to the painting, you can see that some of the spots need a second coat, and I wasn't too concerned about making my lines perfect. There's a little bit of texture in this metal anyway, and so it wasn't super easy to make straight lines. And so I'm just brushing on the paint, kind of trying to follow my shapes as well as I can. After I added a second coat of paint where I needed it, I used a Sharpie to draw the lines between the colors to make it look a little more patchwork-like. And the Sharpie also helped to really clean up the edges between the two paint colors. The last step was just to use the Duraclear satin varnish to seal all of the paint and help it withstand the outdoors. I think it turned out really cute, and it's my favorite project so far. Next up, I'm going to be working with the Dragonfly solar lights that are no longer lighting up. And I did discover that the plastic Dragonfly portion is pretty easy to remove from the wiring. So they're pretty dirty. I'm going to pull them all apart and wash them. You can see that they've yellowed over time just from being out in the sun. So my plan here is to clean them up and then spray them with a coat of the copper spray paint. And once that's dry, I'm going to add some additional paint colors using some acrylic paints. And my favorite way to paint over the copper paint is just to use a kind of bunched up paper towel and to dab on some different colors. So I'm going to experiment a little bit with adding multiple colors. Maybe I'll just use single colors, but the plan is to just brighten up all of these dragonflies with some different bright acrylic colors. And once that's done, I'll go ahead and I'll add my Duraclear varnish to seal the paint and protect them from the outdoors. So my plan is to display these in a couple of different ways. I want to use several of them to hang on my fence, and because of the shape of the bottom of the dragonfly, it was really easy just to cut a little piece of wire, twist it to make a loop, and then add some E6000 glue and insert it into that indentation where the dragonfly fit over the solar light. So that's what I'm doing with the majority of my dragonflies, but I also wanted to make a few garden stakes with them. So I have some old, I think they're balloon sticks. They're sort of stiff plastic and they fit into the dragonfly, to the bottom of the dragonfly pretty easily. And so I spray painted those with some copper as well. And I'm just using E6000 glue to secure the dragonfly to one end of my plastic tubing. To remake the watering can, I started by spraying the old can with a copper spray paint, and then I added my Americana spray sealer. And next I took a bunch of water bottles and just cut them into big long continuous strips. So to do that, I just cut the bottom off and then started cutting around until I got to the top so that I had one big long piece of plastic. And to make it look a little bit more like water and to get rid of the coil, I carefully ran the edge through a lighted tea candle. If you do this process, you're going to want to be sure to have good ventilation wherever you're working, because you are melting the plastic a little bit. And if you just carefully run the edge of the plastic over the heat source, it should kind of curl up the edge and shrink it up a little bit, and it will, if you're holding the piece kind of tight, it will also straighten out the curve as you're working with it. So I did this with about 8 or 10 water bottles, and then I gathered up the ends and wired them together. And I apologize, this is off screen, but I fed my pieces through the spout into the bottom of the pitcher, and from my previous project where I used the solar lights, I had cut a hole or a slit in the bottom of this plastic watering pitcher. So I pulled the plastic through and then just attached a cap piece of one of the water bottles to the end so that it wouldn't pull back through the spout and come out of the spout. And to finish this project, I just used some wire to hang my watering pitcher onto my shepherd's hook and kind of spread out the plastic strands over the planters that I have below the watering pitcher. So I'm hoping that this will last a little longer than my solar light display did, and I really like how the plastic catches the light and moves a little bit in the breeze. That's it for today's projects. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. You can check out the original projects linked in the description box. Be sure to click that like button if you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to join my YouTube community by clicking that subscribe button. If you'd like to receive the Upcycled Design Lab newsletter, you can follow the links in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.